Like, you won't believe it. It's just like musk, right?
Mm.
It's a facet of the scent of urine.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Sheikh Ehab is wondering, like,
yeah,
this guy full of the urine talk just doesn't end.
I could smell the more like the woody thing more than this actually.
Right.
So that I smelled more like a rosy thing. This I smell like that together with
the cream is coming out.
The cream's coming after the tree from the wood. Very nice. Yeah. I could just be sitting meditating right now.
Yeah, I mean we are actually. I mean almost. We're contemplating. You know, it's like the smell of sandalwood.
Yeah, it takes you to another plane actually.
Even if you don't want to meditate and you put this on, it's like you'll be transported to another place anyway.
Yeah, like Papua.
Tanzania.
Tanzania, yeah. It's nice traveling to all these places and through aroma.
Through scent.
And scent.
Yes. So I will remove this so we can be able to smell the oils, because if I keep that on we won't smell anything. Then I will move on to Australian sandalwood. Okay. This is one of my favorites. Oh. Australian is the cheapest, right? And I mean, people say this is like he used Australian sandalwood. It's not as good as Mysore.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, as a perfumer, right, I would take Australian sandalwood over Mysore any day.
Oh.
And that's a secret. That's a secret of perfumery.
Okay, why
that's
is that?
a secret of perfume. It's just the diffusiveness.
Because of the characteristics.
The diffusiveness. Like it just radiates its notes. Like the Mysore sits closer to the skin. Australian, it's like you can see how it's just like, and it's so.
Just lets out.
It's just so floral, so elegant, and people probably think I'm crazy, and nobody has ever spoken in these terms of Australian sandalwood. I think Australian sandalwood, I mean, it's like very, very, very undervalued. You know, like there are some really nice varieties of Australian
I think
sandalwood.
Australian itself doesn't sound as exotic as Papua and Tanzania and this, you know.
But I mean, I'll let you know what I mean. I mean, I'll give you some of this, and you can see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is very nice.
Light.
That's right. It's light, but
bright.
It's got that bright, florally,
lemony.
There is a lemonish.
And there's like this light. You know, it's like like if Mysore is like heavy cream, like full clotted cream.
Yeah.
This is almost like a diet
cream.
Diet cream. You know, it's like a light. You know, but I mean, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can I don't see why people think it's not so good. I mean, clearly Mysore is richer. It's more bodied. It's more replete with the body.
Yeah, it's fuller, more richer.
Yeah. But this is. I mean, I wouldn't say that. You know, like just because I like peaches, I'm never going to have a pear.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to me.
Of course not. Yeah,
so that's Australian. That is Santalum spicatum. Yeah. Now, with all this talk of all these sandalwoods, you're probably wondering, so where is the Mysore?
Yeah. Okay.
We're talking about this legend and like this, the dragon's red breath, which is this fabled sandalwood that all these sages from millennia have been like building all of these like temples and monasteries with. I mean, you know, there's temples built out of Mysore sandalwood.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
I heard
it's the legendary aroma of meditation in India and in China and all of the mystical traditions of the world. Sandalwood has a central role.
Yeah.
Specifically Mysore sandalwood.
Yeah, I was reading about that actually.
So are you ready for this.
Well, let me put my feet on the ground so
Yes.
I don't go flying.
So you don't
immediately.
You don't, yeah.
Yeah,
So I will give you first.
There's also a first with this.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Now I'm
Never straight, you know. He's always got the first and the
second and the third.
and the.
But now look, without saying anything.
Okay.
I just want you to take in that color.
Yeah, it's yellowish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you see that, right?
Yeah, I see.
So now this is from the province of Mysore. This is from the province of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, right? That is the other legendary province in India where sandalwood comes from traditionally. There was two. It's Mysore and Tamil. Okay. All of it came to be known as Mysore, including, you know, erroneously Indonesian sandalwood, just because it is the same species of Santalum album, right?
Okay.
So some people, they're talking about, Indonesian sandalwood. They say, oh, this is the Mysore from Indonesia. I'm like, well, hello, like Mysore is Mysore is in India. But people refer to what they mean by Mysore is the oil.
The tree.
Yeah, the tree and its essential oil.
Okay.
Okay, known as Santalum album, which is this tree. Now the color. Right, to get back to the color, is this bright golden yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is a legendary oil. And I'll just notice how stingy I'm going to be with that. It's just because I mean that's all I have.
Well, I'm just thankful to get a little bit even.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit of a legend is better than none of a legend, right?
Exactly.
Now this I can smell the lemon, the citrusy smell on this.
Do you get any of the traditional butter?
Yeah, I still
cream?
get that also. Also, I get that.
There is one facet that I haven't actually named yet.
Okay.
That I'm worried if I name it, it's going to ruin the experience for you, or it might even enrich it. Who knows?
Yeah.
If agarwood, now check this out. If agarwood can be said to be fecal, sandalwood is urinal in its aroma. It's actually like, you won't believe it. It's just like musk, right?
Mm.
It's a facet of the scent of urine.
And what exactly do you mean by that?
Sheikh Ehab is wondering, like,
yeah,
this guy full of the urine talk just doesn't end.
It's great. I mean, at least we can look at urine in a different light. But I'm just saying, but where does that come from? Because
there's
sandalwoods that we've smelled so far sort of get that wood chip, that that sawdust.
There is
an
unmistakable
some of them.
uric acid, like a urea kind of smell to sandalwood. It's like the hallmark defining note. It's like sandalwood. It's just, it smells like urine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is this after you put sandalwood, then your urine smells like this, or is it? Well, it's the most pleasant smelling urine
that I've
ever had,
including musk.
Well, yes.
Better than musk.
Because musk has a different, to me.
It's like this proper urine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that we know all along that comes from from an animal.
Yeah.
And then and we often describe that as animalic, right?
Right.
But I've never heard many people describing sandalwood as that, or even using the word urine. Almost like it's such a so medicinal and so spiritual, and so I mean.
You've never heard the word animalic used for sandalwood?
Not like a strong animalic, maybe like a hint of it.
Right.
Yeah. Now I have. Wow, this is in the same region?
This is 100% legendary Mysore sandalwood from the 1970s. And
but it's sweet though.
Here's the wood.
It has a sweet smell to it.
Do you know what this is? This is like the most famous sandalwood that's ever been released. Like in the in the market. I mean,
am I wrong to say this has like a sweetness?
I mean, it's of course it's sweet. I mean, it's like if sandalwood is not sweet, then what is? It's like the definition of.
But this is a very, I mean, some of it's a little
sweetness.
spicy, you know, some sandalwoods have a little spiciness to it.
Yes.
Right? But this has a sweet, you know, very sweet.
Musky.
Yeah.
There is a musky tone to that.
Yeah.
It's almost as if I had infused, if you look at it, it looks like it was infused in musk.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'll show you that, right? I'll show you that, and I'll show you the one that has been infused in musk. And that is darker than the Mysore 1984, which has been infused in, and you can see the musk at the bottom there.
Yeah.
You see that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that. This is just sandalwood.
Wow.
There is no musk inside.
Wow.
And it smells like musk.
Yeah.
And it looks like musk.
Yeah.
So then it must be musk, right?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not musk.
It is premium quality red Mysore sandalwood from the 1970s. This is the legend right here.
No.
Santal Royale.
I can see why it's a legend then.
Yeah. Yeah, would you like a swipe of
It
that?
takes you actually to a different place than the other ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean the transportative factor on this one is like through the roof compared to the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. But yet you say this is in the same region.
This is the same this is from Mysore. Yeah.
I mean, I think some people, if they smell this, they wouldn't even think it was sandalwood.
A lot of them don't.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them don't. When they smell it, they think it's a blended perfume.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's so replete, it's so complete that it's full of like full of top notes,
Yeah.
heart notes, and of course the grand, you know, the Mysore base note, which is the unmistakable, creamy, musky, woody.
Yeah.
It was distilled exactly from this wood. This is the same wood. You can see the color. That's what we were heating before.
Oh.
You can see that.
That was it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's, yeah. That is amazing.
Yeah.
I can see why it's, that they use that for the, you know, for the meditation and for the spiritual and for the, you know.
But take a look inside, and what do you see?
Should I open this?
You can, yeah. Be my guest. Do you see anything like unique about the shape of those chips?
Yeah, they look like shavings.
Shavings, and you can see that some of them are like hollow, carved, rounded.
Yeah, they go like this.
That's because they were used to make beads.
Really?
Exactly, yes.
Uh-huh.
So this is the leftover dust of premium red Mysore heartwood from the 1970s, which is the stuff of legends.
Mm-hmm.
That
So I'm holding a legend.
literally, I mean, these beads are sold in China for hundreds of dollars.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and you can actually see there's some reject beads inside, you can see.
Yeah, I saw one here.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
bead there.
Yeah,
Right there, see.
Yeah, I saw one.
You can check that out.
Yeah, yeah, I saw one. Yeah,
Yeah.
they won here.
It's full of beads.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what Santal Royale is.
So you don't sell this. Then.
Oh, this is
Your personal
this
stash.
is mine. I had to go through a lot to get this. It's, you have no idea. It's like, it's not a question of money.
Yeah.
It's like, it's one of like honoring and being honored with like this, the royal gift by like the royal friend. And it's like, you have to beg and like in a very, there's a proper way to do it. You just have to be like, it wasn't easy. Trust
Well,
me.
they could probably see the love in your
Yeah.
passion in your eyes, and so they knew they weren't just giving it to anyone.
You know Royal Kinam, right?
Yeah,
Not Trang Ltd,
yeah,
Kiara Ltd,
yeah.
White Kinam. We smelled all of these
We
oils.
smelled it. We did. Yeah.
They have been distilled in the same pot as this oil.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
By my Kiara teacher, right? Using the same exact distillation parameters as he used for those oils to make this Santal Royale. It's like, this is like the Sultan, this is like the king of sandalwood oils to me. I mean, it's like do you get that? It's almost like this flowery urine. Like you have to get. It's like it is there.
Well, Well, I
But
prefer
it's-
to concentrate on the flowery part.
I mean, clearly,
But it is.
I mean, this is a metaphor. This is. I mean, how can you compare? I mean, this is like, it's like saying like oud smells like feces.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody would rub feces. Excuse me.
Of course, but some
skin.
people do say that. When I was wearing oud one time,
It smells very fecal.
Yeah, it smells fecal, the oud, and they're saying that it smells very fecal. And so, I mean, they do sense that, but they don't sense the beauty of
This
the
is
other.
like supreme beauty. It's like, to me, this is like in a class of its own, like right next to like the Niatrang LTDs, the Borneos, like the artisanal white Kinam, for example, the musk. It's its own thing, and it's complete.
Yeah,
It's complete.
it is.
Wow.
And it's, I'm sure this will be with me.
Now, how do you compare this to like, like vetiver, for example?
Oh no, I mean, to me, well, of course they're totally different. And like you said before, each scent, right, has its own characteristics.
But they do share something.
Okay.
They do share something in that they're both very suitable for calming down the mind.
Yeah.
Like if you have racing thoughts,
Yeah.
like at night, I used to have trouble falling asleep when I had very little kids, because they would cry. First one would cry, then the next one. So I would be like, okay, like I'd be in anticipation. When is the next one going to wake up? I would dab some of this around my neck, and you wouldn't believe how like miraculously it would just stop the mind.
Yeah.
I would just be able to like zone out and pass out. And
Well, actually, I read about that from the medicinal purposes. You know, they were saying about being a diuretic, a sandalwood and being diuretic, and they did say that it has a calming effect.
Yes.
So, but you're lucky because you can do that. You can just get up and down this stuff on yourself. But I can't do that because I don't have any.
But we still have.
Can they make this?
Still have a small amount of Santal Royale.
Okay.
Santal Sultan is fully discontinued.
Okay.
Right, that one was because all I had was a small amount, and actually, literally, the original batch, right, the one that is known to people, this is all I have left. Santal Sultan, right? You can see that.
Yeah.
The private, the Santal Sultan Privé, which is my own batch, is this one.
Yeah.
You can see this is darker and richer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Santal Royale, as you can see, mashallah, like I have more of it.
Yeah.
So I'm offering a small amount,
Oh.
to people that want to share this experience. Because to me, it's like I don't want to hoard this smell. I want other people to have smelt this smell, because this is.
But obviously, like you said, everyone can't smell it. So, and you have,
we offer
you
samples.
like to keep some, not for yourself because you're thinking of yourself and being greedy,
right?
But you'd like to preserve something.
I need it.
Yeah,
I need it. It's just like my identity. It's like who I am. So I can't give that all away.
Especially when the kids are crying.
It's like the Japanese and Kiara, right? Like we said, they only sell 1 gram at a time.
Yeah.
For me, this is like that at this point. It's like one bottle at a time, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah. The 1984, which is not one of our distillations, you can see the difference in color. Mysore 1984. This is also very popular. I mean, many like fond reviews of this oil on our website. I will give you this just so you can experience it. This was distilled by the Indian government.
Oh.
Sandalwood, it was government regulated to the point that you couldn't even export it. You couldn't do anything with it because it was so strictly regulated by the government in India. Yeah, because they saw it's going. It's like it's going to be finished. It's going to be,
and it's part of their culture.
It's part of their identity.
Yeah,
it's like who they. I mean, they drink it. I mean, it's like Now that is closer to urine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can smell the urine.
I can smell it.
Yeah. These are so rich. The ones we tried, the Santal Sultan.
That's why the flowery.
The flowery overtakes the urine. The musk in the case of the Sultan, right?
Yeah.
But this one is like a proper, like a urea, but it's like so bright, so smooth and so creamy, and so white.
Yeah.
It's like you can't really focus on the urinary facets.
No, but in a different way than the Royale, is it?
Oh yes, Santal Royale is another class.
Yeah,
it's like you're talking like
this is more like the buttery a creamy,
Yes.
whited,
Dairy sandalwood.
Yeah. Not like the Royale. The Royale is more like the rosy or floral with that.
That's like the Ninth Symphony of sandalwood oils.
Yeah.
It's like the grand opus, like the magnum opus, I think.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Now I want to show you. I think we've delved enough on the oils because I personally I can just sit here and talk about sandalwood all day, and I would never tire of talking about it. And I have more and more things to share that I can. They just come as like things that I remember about what happened here and there.
So like an opening that comes on.
Yeah, it's just
once
like,
you get into the mood and into the.
Once you start going, you can't stop. It's like especially something you're very passionate about.
Yeah.
I can sit here literally for hours, but some of our viewers might not have hours to spare to find out about sandalwood. So I just want to jump, to the next topic, which is sandalwood perfumes. Perfume made or focused or themed after sandalwood, the aroma of the tree.
Yeah.
And I have 3 of them here, and I'll show you them in order. This is Creed perfume, known as Santal Imperial. Of course, Creed is a very famous house from
Yes.
originally I think from England. Then they moved to France. They have a huge following, in the fragrance community.
Okay, and what the perfumes? What you're saying it's sandalwood oil.
I mean, it's not. Of course, it's not sandalwood oil. I mean, it's a perfume that is meant to give you a feeling of this aura of sandalwoody notes, right?
Okay.
It's not going to be just no one's going to take sandalwood oil. And here we're talking, 75 ml, right? So imagine now if this is like a eau de parfum or pure parfum, right?
Yeah.
15% of 75 ml. You're talking, over 10 ml, 10 grams of like Santal Royale put in here. That would be over $1,000 for this bottle. It was just the Santal Royale and alcohol.
Yeah.
Right. So no one is going to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Including me.
Okay. So what do they do then?
So what they do, they have sandalwood. I'm sure, there is a sandalwood component, even though I cannot vouch for that. I'm assuming that is the case.
All right.
Okay. And then there are sandalwood ingredients, like Sandalore, for example. This is made by the perfumery ingredient companies like IFF, Firmenich, I forgot who makes it, Javaudan or Badukian or something like this, right? But
so synthetic, you mean?
The perfume?
No, these elements.
Sandalore?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sandalwood look-alike, which if you dress it in other notes, you can get a sandalwood, like aura, to make something, viable for people to sell commercially. You don't expect that this is going to be like from the Indian government or anything.
Well, they have to keep the price reasonable as well.
Yeah, this is, I don't know what this goes for. I'm assuming, maybe $100, $200 max, like $150 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'd have to look it up. But I'll give you a spray of this.
Okay, but where can you spray it now?
You're all
sandalwooded
out. Maybe if we go up here.
Okay. Yeah, if that's okay, we can do that.
So there we go.